experience. 212-209-2900. Let us know which out of that group you're from: student, teacher, principal, vice principal, parent, teacher's aide, and let us know where in New York you're calling from. BAI, good morning. This is Esther Armah. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning. My name is Kim Irby, and I'm calling from Brooklyn.
Okay, and you are parent, teacher?
I'm a parent of 6 children, and I use different schools in New York City. I've tried charter schools. Recently, I withdrew my child from Leadership Prep Charter School, and there's been a mass exodus from that particular school in regard to parent involvement. Their parent involvement piece actually shuts parents down, and that has been the experience. We have incidents that happen to the children at school that are documented, that these teachers, because of their inexperience, because charter schools do not attract seasoned teachers. Most of the teachers that we get are young, not black, from out of town, non-New Yorkers, that do not know us and do not really care about us. They're looking for a job in that regard. As a parent, I have to say I've tried Achievement First School as well. And recently I looked online for the qualifications of half the teachers in my school, and none of them were state certified. Only the principal and maybe 1 or 2 teachers. The teachers were not certified to teach in the subjects that they were teaching. And these are not the checks and balances that they think parents, I guess, are not savvy enough to go and check on, okay? But we do check on these things. So I do find that that is a weakness in the charter schools. And I would like to see a cap put on these schools. I would not like to see a creation of any more charter schools in New York City until we reinvest in the neighborhood schools. The money should go back into our regular neighborhood schools, and that if I want a charter school in my district, I want you to come and ask the parents in that district, do we want a charter school? If you don't ask us, then the regents should not dictate down and approve a charter school in our district. The Charter School Institute and the chancellor should not dictate that a charter school should come into my district, because these schools are approved without parental involvement input into these districts.
Thank you very much. We hear you. We take your point. Dr. Sheila Evans-Tranumn, our listener there, raised a number of points about state certification, lack of parental involvement, parents being shut down and excluded, and a lack of consultation in the erection of charter schools. Can you respond?
Let me say that we do get numerous complaints from parents of whose children are in charter schools, and there is a complaint process that you can use if you're not getting the right support at the charter school. You can, first of all, notify us at the State Education Department, Sheila Evans-Tranumn, Associate Commissioner of Education, New York State Education Department, 55 Hanson Place, Brooklyn, New York, 11217. We will walk you through the complaint process, which also means that if you don't get satisfaction on the school level, there is the district level, and then there is the formal process we have in terms of the complaint to the Board of Regents. So know that there is a complaint. Any parent listening to this show who has a child in a charter school, know that there is a complaint process. Also know that charter schools are allowed to have up to 5% teachers who are uncertified, which should mean no more than 5 teachers in that school can be uncertified based upon the charter school law. So and we do check the certification, and we keep going back to make sure that the teachers are certified, but no more than 5 teachers in that school should be uncertified. That's part of the flexibility within the charter school law. If any parent listening to this program knows any charter school where there are more than 5 teachers that are uncertified, they should also contact us there. Let me give you the telephone number, 718-722-2796, 718-722-2796.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Tranumn. We're going to take one more call because we're going to run out of time. Please let us know what who out of that group you are, teacher, parent, educator, vice principal, principal, and where in New York City you're calling from. BAI, good morning, you're on the air.
Good morning, Esther. It's a pleasure to hear you. I'm calling from Brooklyn. I work at a charter school. Right. I work in the financial area of the charter school in the office.
Okay, you have 30 seconds, so please keep it
fine.
brief.
My issue is there is an extensive amount of money, both from the New York State Board of Ed and federal and state grant mechanisms for tons of things at charter schools, such as experiential opportunity, maintaining the school building, technological equipment in all areas. Why is that funding not available to public schools? Why can charter schools access so much money and spend it in the charter school that I'm in well, and the kids benefit? Why are not public schools able to get at that same kind of money, maintain their buildings, paint their buildings, keep the classrooms pristine, keep an ample supply of computers available?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Esther.
Thank you so much. Dr. Tranumn, very briefly.
The quick answer is each charter school is its own local education agency. The dollars go directly to that school. If you are a part of a system, those same dollars go to the New York City Department of Education or the Rochester Department of Public Schools. That money is then doled out to schools. So the answer is charter schools get the money directly. Regular public schools get the money filtered in through the Department of Education, and they may not get the funds that they need.
Goes back to mayoral control again, right? Okay, closing point, very, very briefly. You have less than 30 seconds each. Steve Mancini, let me start with you.
Well, first, Esther, thank you for having us on the show. And again, we believe that charter schools, they're not the cure, but they should be an alternative for parents. And right now there's 6 charter schools in New York City, KIPP schools, and over 90% of the students in New York City have gone on to college, and we think that KIPP is providing opportunity to young people who may not have them, and we think families should have the choice to attend a KIPP school if that's their desire.
Sam Anderson, 30 seconds.
If charter schools are so great, how come they're not in the white community in New York City? If charter schools are so great, how come there are not a proportionate amount of special ed and English language learners in the school system? If charter schools are so great, how come they are overwhelmingly white teachers and white-run through white corporations?
Thank you, Dr. Sheila Evans-Tranumn. 10 seconds.
I'm going to throw out the gauntlet. As Associate Commissioner, I have to follow the law. The law says we have to have charter schools, but I'm asking people in community. If you want to start a charter school, people from the community, you have a right to start your own schools. I've given the number before, 718-722-2796.
Thank you so much.
Let's get some work done.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tranumn. That brings us to the end of our education special. Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman coming up. Thank you to the entire Wake Up Call team. Stay tuned, WBAI 99.5 FM. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
The United States is going to lose a great deal of influence in Latin America if it does not turn the coup d'etat around. It will not be able to put forth its idea about democracy. It won't be credible before anyone.
Ousted Honduran President Manuel Zelaya. In a national broadcast exclusive, Zelaya speaks to us from the Nicaraguan-Honduras border about his attempts to return home, who's behind the coup, the role of the United States, and much more. Then the hell of war comes home.
Please remember that this program is supported by the listener members of WBAI New York. If you like what you hear, please consider becoming a member of WBAI or renewing if you've already joined. Basic membership is $25, but we accept any amount. Help us keep free speech alive.